Good morning, welcome everybody, Ashley here. So today I'm going to guide you through 60 minutes of a vinyasa flow. So go ahead and grab what you need for today's practice, your mat, any other props you might need. A pillow to sit on is always nice, some blocks if you have them handy. And we'll meet on our mats. So take your time grabbing what you need, setting up your space, lighting candles, maybe turning on some music. And then go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seat, whatever makes sense to you. Allow your spine to be nice and long here. Allow your hands to rest wherever they feel comfortable, right? So that can be the floor next to you, that can be your knees, just resting in your lap. Allow the eyes to close here. You're starting to fully arrive in your space and land right down on your mat. So right away, just starting to connect and check in with your body. Noticing if anything comes out for you right away, any sensations, any feelings, anything that you want to focus on for the next 60 minutes. And then starting to bring your awareness to your breath. Starting to feel into your physical body. Noticing as you inhale, the belly inflates, the chest, the side bodies, the back bodies. So noticing the expansion and contraction on every inhale and every exhale. Noticing just your natural state of breath here as we begin our practice. So noticing the length, the pace of your breath. And then allowing your breath to get a little bit deeper and more full. A little bit more fluid into the next breath. Starting to create longer inhales and longer exhales. So noticing if either your inhales or exhales are a bit longer, and then trying to match the length and balance out the whole breath. So emptying out on your next exhale. And then together we'll breathe in deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top of your inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your biggest breath in and your biggest breath out. Inhale deeply. Sigh it out. Find those deep breaths and start to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping the mouth closed. Finding that ujjayi breath, so it's the sound of the ocean, creating that sound of the ocean where the waves wash in and roll back out. So again, equal on inhales and exhales. Building your rhythm for your practice. And knowing that you can always come back to this breath anytime. So we'll stay here for about 3 more breaths. If you'd like to invite any intention into your practice today, if anything jumps out at you, just like taking a moment to acknowledge that nothing is coming up or jumping out at you, that's totally okay too. And then staying with our ujjayi breath, we'll inhale, send the chin up to the sky, stretching the front of the neck. And as you exhale, drop the chin towards the chest, stretching the back and shoulders. Inhale, send it up, keeping this nice long spine. And exhale, chin to chest. And then we'll incorporate a little bit of spine movement here. So inhale, send the chin up, lift the heart, arch your back a little bit. And as you exhale, round the spine. And tuck the chin towards chest. And inhale, just moving at the pace of your own breath. So that might look a little bit different. You might move a little bit faster or slower than I'm going. Maybe you invite a little bit more movement, rolling the torso in circles. Right? Anything is open, anything is on the table, moving in any way that you want to move today. And then we'll start to release back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Maybe looking up, palms touch at the top. And exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms, lifting the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades down the spine. Maybe a little shifting your gaze up towards the sky a little bit. And then as you exhale, reach the arms up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach it up. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, reach long, and we'll twist to the right. Bring your left hand to right knee. Right hand comes behind you. And maybe you tent the fingertips. And allowing every inhale to lengthen through the crown of your head, so sitting up nice and tall on your spine. And using every exhale to draw you a little bit deeper or soften a little bit more into this twist. And rounding down through both sit bones evenly. And allowing this twist to come from the navel. So keeping the chin in alignment with the chest if you can. And then exhale, bring you back to center. Reach both hands up overhead. Take a big breath in. And exhale, twist this to the left. Right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind you. And breathing deeply here. So in a lot of our twists, we constrict our breath, we hold it. So it's great to practice our ujjayi breath or any kind of full breath in a more gentle twist to help us when we enter into a little bit more challenging twists during our practice. So stay here for just one more breath. And then as you exhale, we'll come back to center. And we'll take some side bends here. So start to crawl your right hand off to the side. Reach up through your left fingertips. Ground down through your left hip and knee. And then we'll fan the arms all the way over to the left-hand side. Planting left hand, reaching up through the right. Feeling like you're reaching for something on the top shelf here. So feeling your right side body open. And then just allow this to become a little bit more fluid, right? So start to move on your breath. Maybe pausing at center for a breath and then making your way to each side. Or just using one breath per movement to sweep side to side. So do what feels right for you in this moment. And all together, take just one more breath, leaning back at center. And then we'll extend the legs out in front of you. So that might mean moving the prop that you might have been sitting on off to one side. And we're going to set up for Namaste boat pose, so bending the knees. And then you can keep the hands grounded on the mat here for a moment. Lift the heart, find some length through the spine. Relax the shoulders. And then lean back a little bit to find a balance on the sit bones. And bring the legs parallel to the mat. You can keep them bent, or you can extend them straight. And when you're ready, we'll take the arms forward and hold here using our core, using our breath here. We'll stay just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lower halfway down, half boat. Arms and legs and head are still lifted. And then we'll lift right back up into full boat. And move it back down, half boat. And lift it up. And just one more time, half boat. And lift all the way up. We'll plant the feet down. Use your hands to guide you forward. And right into a forward fold at the top of your mat. So let's put the feet about hip width distance apart here, letting the head bow forward. The arms can just dangle and hang, or maybe you find your ragdoll here, grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe there's a little bit of movement here in the hips, rocking side to side. And shifting weight forward and back into the feet. Okay, we'll release the hands back down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can stay on the mat, the shins, the thighs, so that you can lift the heart, lift the tailbone, and gaze forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, we'll fold right back down. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, grounding through the feet. Rolling the spine up slowly. Head is the last thing to come up. And then once you arrive, rolling the shoulder up, back and around. Standing evenly through the feet. A slight tuck of the tailbone, just so that the tailbone and pelvis are neutral. I'm standing tall, standing grounded and evenly. Maybe close your eyes for a moment here and just feel this center point. And if you're a little unsure, it helps to rock a little side to side and forward to back to kind of feel the edge of your comfort zone of this balance. And then slowly draw it back to center. Feeling the 2 feet grounding through all 4 corners of both feet. And we'll flutter the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up to the sky. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold, rise one more time. Ground down to rise up. Inhale. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, we'll plant both hands, bend the left knee, and we'll open the right hand up and overhead. So a little twist here. Feeling a nice stretch to the outer right hip. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, plant the right hand. We'll switch sides, bend the right knee. Inhale, reach the left hand up overhead. Maybe you gaze up at the top hand. And exhale, close it up. One more time on both sides. Inhale, sweep right hand. Exhale, plant it down. Inhale, left hand up. And exhale, bring it back down. We'll inhale, halfway lift. And laying through the whole spine. And then exhale, we'll step both feet back to the end of your mat, finding a high plank. So separating the feet hip width distance here. Widening the fingers to really ground the hands and the fingertips into the mat. Feel like you're grabbing two basketballs here. Slight tuck of the tailbone to engage more through your core. And we'll hold this for 5, 4. You can always drop the knees down to modify. 3, 2, and on 1, downward facing dog, lifting yourself up and back. So allow yourself to create a little bit of movement here in this first downward dog. Maybe you pedal up the legs. Maybe you shift the hips left to right, right to left. Any movement here that feels good, that feels natural, that adds to your practice and helps you find a little opening. Anything is welcome. Okay, next inhale, we're going to shift back forward, come to your high plank. And then exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. 2 more times like that, a little warmth in the shoulders. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, bring it back. One more time, inhale forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, rising onto the tippy toes, inhale. And exhale, bend the knees a lot. And hop, step, or walk to the front of your mat. Maybe this first one, we take as many steps as we need. You're going to come to the forward fold at the top of your mat, bowing your head. And finding any arm variation here, any kind of favorite forward fold that you like. And just a breath or two here, inviting any movement. And gently releasing both hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Rising to on an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, step back, high plank. And then pause here. Find your strength. Find your alignment, pressing the shoulders up and away from each other. Lifting out of the cervical spine, pressing the heels back, lifting through the thighs and the kneecaps. And then shifting over the fingertips, bending the elbows. We're halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press into upward facing dog. We're on the tops of the feet and the hands. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So finding just a little bit of alignment here. Making sure that your feet are hip width distance apart. Maybe we're pigeon toeing just slightly so the toes dial in, heels dial out. And then finding the heels to root towards the mat. Engaging through the thighs, so lifting the kneecaps. And pressing firmly through both hands evenly, especially through the inside parts of the hands, so the inner wrist, the base of the thumb, the pointing finger. And externally rotating the shoulders out and away from your ears. So really grounding down through the hands to distribute the weight back into the feet a bit more. Lengthening the whole spine. You're welcome to take a bend in the knees if you find that your spine is rounding in order to tilt the tailbone up and lift the sit bones up and back. So finding any variation that works for you. Sometimes it's nice to bring hands onto blocks at the top of our mat in our down dog. That brings a little weight out of the wrists. Okay. We'll look forward. Bend the knees. Hop, step, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, finally. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. And pause here. We're going to bring our weight into the right foot. The left foot floats up behind us. And maybe you tempt the fingertips. This is also a great place for blocks here. If you want to slide blocks underneath your hands. I feel like this is a modified warrior 3. So we're kicking out of the back heel, almost like we're stepping onto a wall behind you, lengthening through the crown of the head and out through that left foot. So finding this long line of energy, taking a big breath in, and as you exhale, bend both knees and draw knee to knee. Curl up into a ball, chin to the chest, and then inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to knee. Inhale, get long. Exhale, knee to knee. Next time we inhale, we'll take a big step back into our runner's lunge. So crown my hands back underneath the shoulders. Again, a great place for blocks here. And I always need to widen my front foot a little bit forward so that I can sag my hips here and lower my front thighs parallel to the mat as I can. Keeping the back leg active. We'll stay right here. Maybe bring your hands to your hips. Without moving your torso away from your thigh, we're still nice and low. We're rolling the tops of the shoulders back, squeezing the back leg straight, and holding here for just 3, 2, and on 1, plant your left hand down and reach your right arm up and open to the sky. Pull your right hip back in space, keep your right knee hugged into the midline. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, step 2 feet together, front of the mat into your chair pose, Utkatasana. So sit low. You can change the intensity of this pose by bending the knees even more. See if you can bring the weight into your heels. And find a neutral pelvis here. So somewhere between rounding the spine and arcing the spine. Keeping the shoulders soft away from your ears. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll flow through your vinyasa. Stepping both feet back, lowering halfway down or all the way down to the belly. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So settling back into your alignment here, settling right back into your breath. So you try to smooth it out. Inviting any movement, any wiggles. Maybe nodding the head, yes and no, to release some tension out of the neck. Okay. We'll start to look forward. Take a big breath in, bend the knees, and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, pick up the right leg and pause here. Again, you can bring your hands on blocks or just tap the fingertips. Let the right toes dial down to keep the hips square and kick out through the heel. So keep that floating leg active here. Feel like you're trying to step on the wall behind you. Lengthen through the heart, through the crown of your head. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, round it up, knee to knee. Chin to chest. Inhale, get long. Exhale, knee to knee. Inhale. And exhale, round. Last time, inhale, get long. And take a big, slow step back, runner's lunge. So adjust your feet a little bit. Slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Sink the hips so you can track the left knee forward over the ankle. And feel strong through the back leg. You can stay here with the hands on blocks of the mat or bring it to your hips, elbows lift. Heart stays low towards that left thigh. Squeeze the back leg super straight. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Plant your right hand down. Reach open through the left hand. Maybe gazing up to the sky. Keep your right thigh lifted. Back leg engaged for 3, 2, and 1. Close it up. This time we'll step back into our high plank and either flow through your vinyasa or meet back in downward facing dog. So take your time to get back here. Take your time to arrive back into your body, back into your breath. Okay. We'll start to hover the knees down towards the mat, about an inch away. Find yourself as close to the mat without touching it. And then just pause here for a moment. Engage to your core. Feel a little warmth building here. And we'll stay for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees. You can keep them together. Untap the toes and lower into a child's pose. Maybe crawling the arms down by your sides. Letting the shoulders cave in. And you can bring your forehead down. Finding some ease here, finding some comfort. Some time to slow down and reconnect with your intention and with your breath. And take about 3 more breaths right here. Perhaps your longest breath yet. And we'll start to make our way into your downward dog when you're ready to move. So crawl your arms back to the top of your mat, lifting towards your tabletop, your hands and knees, tucking the toes, and lifting the hips up and back. And we'll start to float our right leg up and back. three-legged dog. So find that extension out through the heel. So the hips are still square, toes are dialing down towards you. You can look down the leg and see them looking at you. Feel this equal press through the insides of the hands. A little extra lift through that floating leg, grounding down through your left heel. Pulling your left hip slightly back in space. And then bend the knee and open up the hip. Allow your right knee to be the highest point. Noticing if your left knee starts to turn towards the right. So can you pull your left hip back to keep that left knee facing forward? Allowing the shoulders to be square. Inviting any rotations to the knee or the ankle here. And then we'll start to straighten the leg back out. Look forward, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, come to the ball of the left foot. Tap right knee to right elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, cross it over left elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Send it back. Inhale. Exhale, take a big step forward and rise slowly into your crescent lunge. So fingertips reach up overhead and the shoulders land right over the hips, zipping up the front of the pelvis. And usually I would instruct to squeeze the back leg super straight here, but for now we're going to take a little micro bend into the left knee. Finding a little buoyancy here, tracking that right knee forward over the ankle. Finding some softness through the shoulders, but keeping the arms active and reaching straight up. And set your gaze to one point and just breathe here. And then we'll bring a little bit of heat into our crescent lunge. So inhale, reach to the fingertips, and as you exhale, make fists, draw your arms back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, last time. Exhale. Inhale, back up to your crescent. And then step all the way forward onto your right foot. Lift the left knee energetically. Maybe rotate that ankle. And then we'll cross the left ankle over right thigh. Bring your hands to heart center. And slowly starting to crouch low into your standing figure 4. So maybe you're making connection with that left leg. And if so, it's great to press your elbows into the knee and into the foot to square up the hips here. If you're a little bit farther away from the leg, it's a great place to give a little foot massage. A little bit love to that left foot, to the ankle. And so wherever you've landed, we'll stay here for a few more breaths. And we're going to pass through a transitional warrior 3. So staying low, just unwrapping your left leg, kicking it straight back, finding this long line of energy, taking one more breath here, and then taking a big step back and opening up into warrior 2. So checking where you've landed here. Maybe some people like to line up the front heel with the back heel, or heel to arch. And some people need it a little bit wider than that, more like you're standing on railroad tracks. So allow yourself to kind of play around and see what works for your body. Stretching your arms wide to a T, and tracking your front knee over the ankle and slightly to the right so that you can keep an eye on your big toe. Sweetness in the shoulders. And finding a place here where you can hold for a little bit. And you're feeling pretty comfortable to stay here and just breathe Acknowledging any sensations that arise. And tapping into your own intuition to notice if you are feeling like you want to move forward and a little bit deeper here, or to ease back a little bit. Both are okay. So finding just a few more breaths right here. Then we'll bring a little bit of movement. So as you inhale, we'll straighten the front knee, reach both hands high, and exhale, open it up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, last time. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. You can rest your back hand on your thigh or wrap around for a half bind. Keep reaching for your right fingertips. Feel like you're really reaching for that something on the top shelf at the grocery store. So keep this opening through the right side body. Keep tracking the right knee forward. And hold here for 3. Gaze up or gaze back at the back foot. A little easier on the neck. 2. And 1. Fanning the arms all the way down to frame the front foot. And stepping back, flowing through your vinyasa. Or skipping it and meeting back at downward facing dog. So you always have the option to modify your vinyasas, to skip them, to modify any pose, to take a child's pose at any point. This is your practice, so allow it to become whatever you need it to be. And allow that to be open to change at any moment. We'll take this right to the other side. So we'll start to flow your left leg up and back. And pause here. Find some extension out through the heel. Ground down through your right foot. And then lift a little bit higher through the left leg. Keep the left leg super active here. Flexing the foot. Engaging through the thigh. And then bend the knee and open up your hip. Notice if your front knee is drawn to the left, so can you pull that right hip back to square the knee, to square the shoulders. And then bring any movement into that left ankle, into the knee. Straighten it out, take a big breath in, look forward. Exhale, tapping the left elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Send it back, inhale. Exhale, cross it to the right elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Send it back. And as you exhale, take a big step forward and rise carefully into your crescent lunge. So a little micro bend into the back knee here. Keeping the arms reaching up overhead. Keeping your fingertips active. Shoulders are relaxed. And we'll drop it down, taking a big breath in. And exhale, drop the back knee down, make fist round arms back. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right back up. And lean forward, take a big step onto your left foot. Lift the right knee, flex the foot, and sink right on down into your standing figure 4. So we'll lower the chest down if you can. Maybe finding a connection with that right leg. Maybe finding a little foot massage here. And keeping length through the back of the neck, so try to gaze down at the mat or at that bottom foot. I'm trying to smooth out your breath here. Finding stability on our left leg. Grounding into all 4 corners of the foot. And then we'll get ready to pass through our transitional warrior 3. So staying low, just unwrap that right leg. Kick it straight back. Virabhadrasana 3, find extension up through the heel. Take one more breath in and take a big step back around the back heel and open it up. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. So check where you've landed and feel free to adjust as needed. Find a neutral pelvis here, so that might mean just a slight tuck without overdoing it. The shoulders land right over the hips. And keep tracking your right hip forward so that left knee tracks over the ankle and slightly to the left. So you can keep an eye on your left big toe. Back leg is strong. We're grounding through the left big toe and outer edge of the back foot. So again, find a place here where you feel steady and that you can hold for a few moments. Inviting some deeper breaths into this practice, into this posture. Acknowledging anything that's coming up right here. Keeping that line of conversation open with yourself to see if you need to move a little bit deeper or to back out a little bit. Staying here just a few more breaths. Softening your gaze over the front fingertips. Relaxing your shoulders if they're up by your ears. And then a little bit of movement here. We'll inhale, straighten the front knee, reach both hands high. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2. 2 more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Last time, inhale. And exhale, warrior 2. Flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. Back hand can find the back leg or wrap around for a half bind, finding that left hip crease. And reaching a little bit taller through the left fingertips. Keep tracking your left knee forward. And again, a little bit easier on the neck. You can gaze back at your bottom foot. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Start to fan the arms to frame the front foot. And step both feet back. We'll flow through our final vinyasa. So lowering halfway. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Finding a few breaths here. Easing it out, inviting any movement, any wiggles, any shakes, everything is welcome. Okay, so we're going to shift forward into high plank. And then we're going to lower all the way down onto the belly. We're just coming all the way down to the floor. And then setting up for a cobra, so sliding the hands underneath the elbows, pressing into the tops of the feet with pubic bone to create some space in the lumbar spine. Inhale, start to peel your heart off the floor. Using your back muscles here, opening through the collarbones. And exhale, lowering back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift. Maybe a little bit higher this time. Firing up your breath a little bit. And then maybe this time, lift the legs up. Reach through the toes behind you. And hold here. Lift both arms a little bit higher for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing down. Sliding the forehead on top of the hands or arms. And just finding a moment of rest here. Maybe shifting the hips a little side to side. And then we'll come to one more back bend. Making our way onto our forearms and coming into Sphinx pose. So here our forearms are parallel with one another. And the elbows land just a little bit ahead and under the shoulders. So not right underneath the shoulders, but just a little bit ahead of them. And then feel like our cobra, where we press our pubic bone down to lengthen the spine, to draw the tailbone back towards our feet, to press into the tops of our feet, into the tops of the toes, engaging our thighs, maybe lifting the kneecaps, and feeling a pulling action with our arms. So feel like you're pulling yourself or dragging yourself across the floor just by pulling your arms and pressing them into the mat. So naturally, your upper spine is lifting and pulling through the heart. We're pulling through the gateway of the arms here as the shoulders draw back. When we find an opening, you can increase this by pressing and lifting the elbows up. All right, maybe walking them in a little bit. Or staying right where you were in your Sphinx pose. So we'll stay here just a few breaths, keeping the legs active, keeping some length through the neck. Maybe you close your eyes. And softening the legs a little bit here. Coming back down onto the forearms if you lifted them up. And we'll start to bend the right knee and slide it off to the right hand side. So the shin is parallel with the edge of the mat. And we've got a little hip opening here. Passive hip opening. So close the eyes and just feeling into the space. Feeling into any sensations that come up for you. And we're going to make our way into a supine twist from here. So to do that, we're going to press into the right hand to lift the right elbow up. And then just like we would in a thread the needle, we're going to slide our left hand underneath the right arm and lean back onto the shoulders. Almost like we're leaning all the way back onto our spine. But staying in this twist, you can reach the arms wide to a T. You can use that left hand kind of ground down the knees here. And then check in with that right shoulder. Allow it to fall deeper to the floor. You could slide a blanket or pillow underneath that right shoulder if it's really high off the ground. Maybe sending your gaze over to the right hand side. Just continuing this twist. Just a few breaths right here. And we'll start to roll back to our Sphinx pose. So just the way we came into this, we're going to come out of this. So pressing into the right hand and sliding that left forearm right back parallel with the right. And then we'll bring the right leg back down, release it next to the left leg. Maybe wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. Any movement in the shoulders and the neck here. And then we'll make our way onto the left side. So when you're ready, sliding your left knee up next to you. So the left shin is parallel to the edge of the mat. And just pausing right here for a moment in this half frog, half sphinx pose. Keeping this pulling action through the arms. A softness down both legs. And then to make our way into our supine twist, we're going to press into our left hand, lift the left elbow, and start to slide your right hand underneath the left arm. Allow your right shoulder to come down, the head comes down, and that left shoulder leans back to ground down. Finding any arm variation here. You can hold the knee, you can practice the arms, you can keep them straight to a T. And feel free to adjust yourself so that you can allow your left shoulder to ground and connect towards the mat. And use your breath to get you there without adding pressure, without pressing your shoulder down. Just use your breath to allow it to naturally fall and get heavy towards the mat. Or use your props and slide something underneath your left arm or shoulder to find that connection and to find that support that's needed. Notice if you're holding on to any place. And see if you can just actively release that with a little bit of deeper breaths. And then we'll start to make our way, not all the way onto the belly, but we're going to make our way onto our right side. So we're going to slide both legs back. So we're kind of just propping ourselves up with our right hand. And just kind of lying down in a casual position. And naturally here, to help us balance, because it's really unstable, naturally our legs are going to be a little bit forward to help us here. So can you just slide them back so you're a complete straight line here. So it might become a little bit challenging to balance. You might want to fall back or forward. So use your left hand to stabilize this. And then we'll start to lift your left leg up and down a few times. And going as slow as you need. And then the next time that you lift your left leg, we'll pause on that one. Stay lifted. Maybe if you dare, bring your left hand and bring it to your left foot somewhere, or you can reach your shin all the way to your foot and stay with this balance, pressing into the outer edge of that right leg and that right foot, and breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently we'll release the leg all the way back down, and we'll take this right to the other side. So come to your belly and then roll to your left side. Set up this casual, maybe lying on your couch position, right? So your hand is supporting your head. And then look down your body and just make sure the legs are straight back. So you should just be able to see your toes peeking out. And then we'll use our right hand in front of us to stabilize. And start to lift that right leg up and down a few times at your own pace. And then the next time you lift it, hold it there. Find your balance. And then if you dare, lift your right hand up and grab hold of the leg somewhere. The foot, the ankle, the calf, anywhere works. Press into the outer edge of the left foot to stabilize and ground you down here on your left side completely. And we'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll gently release. And we'll roll all the way onto our back. Starting to wind down our practice a little bit. We'll take a hip opener. So lift your right leg up. Both knees are, left knee is bent here. Then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So the right knee will start to open away from you. And you can just stay right here. This is great if you're are feeling enough sensation here. If you want to move forward, you can reach the arms through to the back of your left thigh. Keep opening your right knee away from you. If the legs are lifted, it could be nice to wiggle out that left ankle. Or move the knees a little side to side here. right? Or listening to your body, and maybe stillness is the move here. Maybe just being still and breathing is exactly what you need in this moment. And then gently releasing the legs. We'll switch the side, plant the right foot down, and reach up through the left heel. Wiggle out the ankle, and then cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Open your left knee away from you. And then checking in, seeing where you need to go here. Maybe reaching the arms through and drawing that right knee in close to you, while continually opening your left knee away. So make sure wherever you've landed that your head and your shoulders stay connected to the mat here. And find a couple of soft breaths. Inviting any movement. Maybe bending into that right knee, lifting it up a couple times would be nice. And then we'll gently release both legs. And we'll just take a happy baby before we wind this down for the day. So for your happy baby, you can grab hold of the back of the thighs, the calves, or the outsides of the feet, wherever you naturally want to grab, so that you can soften the knees down in towards the armpits. You can allow your hips and your sacrum to ground down into your mat. And finding an opening through the hips here. So for me, finding opening, I like to move. Bringing a little bit of movement brings more space into my body. So seeing if you want to move here, or noticing if you just want to be still again. And then again, inviting any extra movements into this. Sometimes it's nice to extend one leg at a time towards straight, or maybe both at the same time. Anything that feels good. Okay. We'll start getting set up for our final resting pose, corpse pose. So grabbing any props that you need, and go ahead and just take time to set yourself up for this pose. So maybe grabbing a pillow underneath the knees or underneath the head can feel really nice. A blanket over the body if your house is a little chilly. And finding this natural shape of your body here. So the arms just kind of rest down by the sides. Maybe the palms face up to receive energy. Noticing the fingers naturally curl. And the feet flop out naturally. And we allow our body just to melt and soften into this space. And we've done all of the work this morning, so just taking the next few minutes to be still and to lie comfortably. And to take full body rest. Allowing our physical body to rest. Allowing our brains to rest and power down for the next few minutes. And staying present in your body, staying present on your mat for the rest of practice, just for the next few minutes. Feeling into your body. Noticing every muscle start to soften and melt. Noticing every part of your body starts to let go and ground into your mat. And the muscles in between your eyebrows soften. Allow your tongue and your jaw to relax. And the eyes are closed. and we take some rest. If you have more time and you'd like to stay in your Shavasana, please do. If you're ready to move, you start to bring awareness into your body, back into your breath. Let's take a long inhale through the nose and let it go. Maybe starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes, nodding your head, yes and no. And bending the knees and curling up to your right hand side, pausing there for a few more moments, keeping the eyes closed. Maybe taking a moment to connect back on any intention you made for your practice, for your day. Maybe thinking of someone in mind that you'd like to send the benefits of this practice to. Knowing that when you move, when you get on your mat, it not only affects you, but it affects everybody around you, everybody in your world. So getting on your mat really makes beautiful impacts. So bring a little bit of gratitude for yourself, for the practice. And we'll make our way up to a comfortable seat. So rounding down through the sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Finding your hands at the heart chakra. Pressing the thumbs into your heart and your heart into your thumbs. We'll bow the head. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And back to you and say Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you guys have a beautiful day and take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again.